Saint Francis of Assisi is the patron saint of animals, and let me tell you, lots of people who have lost their animals have found their animals when they pray to Saint Francis of Assisi. Now, this does not mean that I'm telling anybody here that you shouldn't pray to God or Jesus or Mary. I'm not saying that. I say pray to Jesus, pray to God, pray to Mary, but if you need a patron saint to seal the deal, Saint Francis is that saint. I'm not in no way saying that. I'm not saying that any patron saint is going to take the place of God or Jesus or Mary, the Virgin Mother Mary. Okay, because the reason why I'm using the Virgin Mother Mary's name is because this is the month of May, and the month of May is the month of Mary, the Virgin Mother Mary. Everybody knows that. You go to do a rosary for your animals that's lost, or animals that's sick. They want healing. Okay, so you can pray to God, Jesus, Mary, and you get help. You will get help with your animals. But if you want to seal the deal, a patron saint of animals will help you. Lots of people will testify that Saint Francis, when you pray to him for lost animals that you can't find, you find them. A lot of people find the animals. Now, also, this is like a yin-yang stuff, a good and bad stuff. If you pray also to find your animals, and you do find your animals, but they have been killed or run over by a car, you still found your animals. You still understood that the prayer was answered. You ask St. Francis, please help me find my animals. You'll find your animals. Or you get information from somebody who saw your animals. But you also have to be prepared for the positive and negative effect of this. You will find your animals. Maybe they're alive, maybe they're sick, maybe they're injured, or maybe you find your animal dead. I'm not trying to make you scared, or I'm not trying to dampen your faith or hope in finding your animals. I'm just saying, when you pray to find your animals, you will find your animals a lot of times. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% proof. Only that the probability of finding animals is much more increased when you pray to Saint Francis of Assisi. You'll find prayers. If you look in the website and everything, they have prayers and everything, but you can just use your own prayers. Now, this does not mean that I'm trying to tell you now to replace a patron saint with God. I'm not saying that, or Jesus or Mary or anything like that. I'm not saying that. If you, let's say your prayer is a letter that you put in the envelope, and your prayer says, "Oh Lord God, I lost my animal. Please let me have my fufu back," or whatever. I don't know how to use the name. It's a funny name. He got lost, and I can't find fufu, and I'm very concerned. I'm looking. I put posters up. Please, Lord God, help me find fufu. Okay? You write a letter to God. That's a prayer. When you pray to God, and you close up the envelope, and you lick the envelope, and you seal it. You can, after you pray to God, you can use the patron saint of Saint Francis of Assisi as a stamp, or post box 191. You know how you do that, or attention, or you put it on the envelope. Attention, Saint Francis. You heard that before? On the envelope, you saw somebody something, and it says attention to this person, that person, in the envelope. Yeah, same thing with Saint Francis. When you have a lost animal, you pray to God, Jesus, Mary, whatever you pray, whatever you want to. Or you could do a rosary, but whatever you do, it's like sending a letter off to God, which is a prayer, an example of prayer, and use a post box, or you put attention Saint Francis. You know, when you pray to Saint Francis, that's what you're doing. You're praying to God, but you're also using a patron saint as a attention. Because they can also ask God if it's okay, if it's God's will for them to help you. Because that's the patron saint. That's the power that God gave them as a gift for being holy men and women when they were on this earth. Every saint has their own power. When I had when both my eyes needed surgery, and I was afraid of going blind, I went to, I prayed to God and Jesus. I did my rosary, but I also went to Saint Lucy, who is the pretty saint of eye problems and blindness. I just say attention, like it's like writing a letter. You're still praying to God, but you're getting the attention of a saint. That's it. There's no harm done. Everything's okay, and you're working along with God and Jesus and Mary and the saint. Teamwork, and you're part of the team. Your faith and your hope. It's also part of a team. When you pray to God and have faith in God and Jesus and Mary and the patron saint, you are part of a team. You're part of a team because you start the prayer out. You ask for help. It's a team. It's a team effort. So you're a member of a team. Okay. So Saint Francis of Assisi says, patron saint. When you have animal issue, if your animal is sick and doctors don't know what's wrong with it, or there's no healing, ask for Saint Francis for help. Now, if your animal is dying, and there's no hope for your animal, and everybody knows that, you can pray for healing maybe. But most of all, if the animal is going to die, with no doubt about it, everything's aimed for the animals to die. Well, ask Saint Francis to take the animal, to cross the animal over to the spirit world. You see, many times, many years ago, I had animals that died, cats and dogs. And me, not only me, but other members of my family, we have visions in the future, many years after. We have visions that we saw that's those same animals that died many years ago, looking at us, sitting down in some kind of space or void, some kind of room, staring at us. My family told me they saw dogs and cats that passed many years ago in the vision, years after. A few months ago, I saw my cats and dogs that died many years ago. I had a vision of them. My nephew also had a vision. My little dog just died not too long ago. Lucky, he's very old. He was a Pomeranian Yorkie, a small little dog. And he died. And the night before he died, me and my nephew had a vision of him looking at us and smiling. Now my dog was with my cat and with another dog that died many years ago. My nephew at the same time had a vision of the little dog, Lucky, looking at him, but with another dog, Duchess, behind him. So, when I had this vision, I ran down the steps. I thought my dog would be dead, but my dog was still alive. But hours afterwards, the dog died. It's like his soul was saying goodbye to me and to my nephew. Because my nephew used to lay down on the floor with my dog and relax there. He loved my dog. He took the dog for a walk. He took the dog everywhere. He loved that dog. And he was very saddened at the dog's death. So the dog appeared to him before he died, hours before he died. Sometimes the spirit of a dog that's dying, or a cat, or an animal, will come to you in a vision. They'll be saying goodbye to you, and still they're alive and dying. This is what happens. A spirit can leave the body. Same thing for human being. Somebody could be in a coma, dying in the hospital, and still you have a vision. When they're still alive in a coma, they'll come to you in a dream or vision, smiling at you, or crossing over a bridge or something. They're saying goodbye to you, even though they're still alive, or in a hospital bed, or in a coma, or whatever, with tubes in them. Their spirit is saying goodbye. And then boom, the machine goes, doo, and that's it. It's over. But there's life after death. I saw visions. I've seen spirits in the past watching me as I sleep. I've seen animals and visions. So did so did other people I know. Many people I know have seen their loved ones who passed, standing before them, smiling. Some just staring at them, walking by the room, or across the room in the house or something. There's life after death. We have a loving God who created the visible world and the invisible world. God is unique. God is super unique. Okay? God will take care of your animals. God will take care of your family members. Don't be deceived by societies and skeptic people. Okay? God is awesome. God's an awesome God, like the song say. Okay? So Saint Francis of Assisi will help you with your animals. If they're lost, sick, if you want him to cross them over, or you want your animals to have a peaceful death, this is a good way to go. All right? Or if you want to communicate with your animals telepathically to find out why they're sad, why they're depressed, this is a good way to go. Go to my Wise Owl 2 for more videos dealing with animals and telepathy and Saint Francis of Assisi. All right? Okay, have a good day. This is the Wise Owl 2. Just go to my YouTube site and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. God bless you, and don't worry about anything, okay? If you lost an animal to death, don't worry about it. They're alive and well. Okay? Some of you will have dreams about your animals that passed. It's really a dream telling you that your animals are doing okay on the other side. They're in good hands. Don't worry about your animals, okay? They're in good hands, okay? Fufi, if Fufi died, or Mildred, or Spot, or even my dog Lucky, these animals are doing fine. And sometimes they come to you in your dream, and sometimes you may actually see them in your house with your eyes, walking across the hallway or room. It happens. I know lots of people testify to me about that, seeing their loved ones in front of them, maybe in the kitchen, maybe in their bedroom, maybe in the backyard, looking at them. It's kind of spooky, but that's the testimony that everything's fine. Okay? Okay, have a nice day. This is Wise Owl, over and out.